my darlings, it's Dean. Welcome back to another video. We're going to have a sit down chat today. I was recently on the Thrifters Villa podcast with Daniela and Lori. And prior to that podcast, I listened to a few of their podcasts, and one of them was on summer slowdown. And that really got me thinking into what my summer is looking like financially and how my reselling business is going. And so I'm going to leave a link to the podcast that I did with them, as well as the summer slowdown podcast, because they have some really great tips. And so I'm basically just adding my 2 cents based on my life and what I'm doing and how my business is run. Of course, you guys know that I am a fashion and retailing adjunct professor. I'm a part-time reseller. I tried full-time reselling. It's not my jam. I did what I had to do when I had to do it, but I just know that's not my jam. Of course, because I do have the fashion retail background, I do retail consulting, I do personal styling and shoot styling and things like that. I had just launched Dean Creative. And so there are things that I'm doing to bring money into the household that I think you can do too. And so I'm just gonna go over my tips on, long story short, a minute in, I'm gonna share with you my tips. I wrote them all down, guys, in my journal. My tips for combating summer slowdown, or the ways that you can bring money in as a reseller in the summer, okay? Make sure that my wig is not doing what it doesn't need to do. Okay, so number one, and I know many of you don't wanna get on social media. I get it. Everybody's not meant for YouTube. Everybody's not meant to be on Instagram and do all that and Instagram stories, things like that. And you don't have to. But there are so many platforms. There's YouTube, there's Instagram, there's TikTok. You have to advertise. I tell the designers that I work with as a retail consultant, a lot of designers are very, not introspective, that's introverted. And they're creatives and they just want to be in their world and create, right? But guess what? Macy's advertises, Neiman's advertises, Saks advertises, Walmart advertises. All of these brands, Nordstrom, they all have Instagram accounts, right? They're all on social media. A lot of designers are now launching YouTube channels, and they're doing that because it's literally free advertisement. And so, you know, create a personal Instagram or a personal YouTube, however you want to do it, and then a business one that you just use to post pictures, to get on and talk to customers. What a great way. And I love YouTube. I love to be able to get on here and talk to my guys and my gals and show them what I found in the thrift store. And guess what? It does benefit your business. So number one, advertise. Number two, freshen up your listings. This is something that I'm actually currently doing. I'm actually pulling out and I've talked about doing this. You guys have known I've talked about doing this for ages. Etsy and I are just not getting along. It just is what it is. And so what I'm actually doing is launching Dean Vintage, not really launching, but pulling vintage off of Poshmark and off of eBay and having it be its own entity. It has its own Instagram account. I'm gonna do photo shoots for vintage because I realized that vintage customers shop differently. I consider myself a vintage. You guys know I love my vintage furs, honey. My faux furs, my capes. I love fall, winter vintage. And we just shop different. And so I'm gonna be marketing that differently. And so I've decided to go and really sit with your business. That's what I would say. Sit with your business, see what's working and what's not working, and freshen it up. Take new pictures, put it on social media, whatever you need to do. Freshen up your inventory, re-steam, look through the pictures. So maybe some seams are off, the colors aren't great. Like I said, freshen up your inventory. My way of doing that is removing vintage from Posh and from eBay and having it be its own separate thing, because I think that just works better for my business. I can tag it, just like I wear whoever and tag them, I can tag Dean Vintage and people will go to that Instagram page and that website. So freshen it up. Live sales, oh my gosh. Now, you guys know, well, if you don't know, I am in a graduate certificate course. I may actually be getting a second master's, guys. I know, I'm Jamaican, okay? This is what we do. We're overeducated. Overeducated, and we got too many jobs. That being said, I'm in a sustainability course right now. And last semester I was in a retailing course. And when I tell you, live sales in Asia are running the retail show. Live sales. If you are not on the live sale train, I'm going to leave a link to my girl, City Girl Styled. She is a live sales expert and she does live sales all over Facebook. I'm actually going to be passing her some of my stuff because you know I hate to list. Live sales. You can do live sales on Facebook. You can do live sales on Instagram. You can do live sales on YouTube. Get all the stuff that's not selling and go live. Instead of having, and you get to keep 100% of it, right? You don't have to give it off to anybody. Live sales. Get all that inventory, hop on, or you can pay somebody to do consignment and they hop on for you and sell it. Live sales. It's the way that retail is going across the globe, especially in Asia. And maybe I'll list a video in here so you can see. Along with live sales, create shopping events around your clothing. This could be something that you do in your home. And I really feel like we're going back to that, especially coming out of what we're coming out of. People want events. People want to feel good. People just don't want to spend their money and their money's gone. Create a wind down event. Create a shopping event. Take a rack of clothing. Ask a few of your girlfriends, hey, you know, can I come over and sell to your friends? I'll bring the wine, the cheese, the prosciutto, and let's have a shopping event. Create a shopping event. You have the inventory. Take it door to door. Well, not literally. Well, if you want to take it door to door, you can. But you get what I'm saying? Like, create a party. Create some kind of Tupperware event. Do like we did in the old day. Avon lady. You just the thrift lady, okay? This is something that I currently do. I take on clients. I take on personal styling clients. If you're someone that is a thrifter and you have really great style and people are always asking you to shop with them and dress them and you're the one in the family that everybody goes to for makeup advice and fashion advice, start charging them. I was about to say start charging them fools. My friends do pay me. They pay half of my $2.25 an hour, but they do pay. But take on shopping and styling clients. Start offering your services. You don't have to charge what I charge. You can charge $50 an hour, $25 an hour, whatever you charge them. Now is the time. It's summer. People are going away. Hey, you know what? Let's go shopping. You can pay me $25. You can pay me $100 and I'll set up the fitting room for you. I'll be your personal shopper and your stylist. A lot of people don't like to shop. And I've noticed that even with my styling clients, I'm in there for hours and I'm fine. They're like, oh my God, I hate this. How do you do it? I love it. So just pay me and I'll do it for you. Personal shopping and styling. And then another one, I've done this as well. It doesn't work for me and I'll tell you why. Thrift boxes. Thrift boxes and like reseller boxes. If you have the inventory and it's good inventory, it's stuff that does sell. I don't put a whole bunch of junk in a box. I call it a reseller box, okay? There are stories all over the gram and YouTube about that. We don't want to do that. But if you have a great eye and people are out there and their stuff is actually selling through, you're picking items that sell. If you're in a market like South Florida or LA where, you know, we have multiple bins and you can create reseller boxes, that's another way to make money. The thrift boxes did not work for me per se. Well, let me not say they didn't work. They worked for the customer and the client, but they did not work for me because I like to tell people how to dress. So it really irked me that I couldn't like be there with them to like put stuff together and get in their closet and show them how they could interchange everything and help them with accessories. One of the things that I was thinking about doing, and I said it in the podcast with Daniela, is with each thrift box, I may do a free consult so that when they do open their box, I'm there with them. I think that would work. I'm playing around with that. But again, it was very difficult for me to just pack something in a box and send it because I want to be there with you when you open it. I want to show you how I envisioned you wearing it. I want to show you how, you know, I envisioned you accessorizing, things like that. So thrift boxes. And then, yeah, that's the end of my list. So we have advertise, repurpose, and I called it repurposing, what I'm doing with Dion Dean Vintage. Repurpose and freshen up your listings. List your death pile too. That's another thing you could do. Maybe you have some stuff in there that can liven up your store. So advertise, freshen and repurpose, live sales, create shopping events. I think that's so huge right now because people just want to feel good. They just want to have fun. They don't want to think. And if you're somebody who loves to entertain, that's it for you, baby. Take on styling clients and then thrift boxes. So not a long video. I just wanted to be a blessing to you and show you how I'm making it through in these streets. Of course, when I'm teaching, I have that when I'm doing a part-time reselling. I have that when I'm styling. There are ways to get through the summer slowdown. And so I hope that you're able to take something from this and incorporate something and then help you manage until we start spending money on clothing and not cocktails, because that's where my money is going. Okay, my money is going to the brunch. All right, thank you guys so much, and please leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. If you want some more Poshmark tips or business tips, reselling tips, things like that, please give me a thumbs up, and also remember to subscribe. All right, thank you guys so much. And if you have summer slowdown tips, if there are things that you are doing in your business to combat the slowness of sales during the summer because people are just spending money elsewhere, please leave it in the comments below. I want to know. If there's another income stream, you know, you need to tell your girl, because I like to make the money. I do. I do. Bye.